I was right about the Fatum. So when I first experienced this weapon, I had quite a difficult time with it. I very much didn't like it, mainly because of the range. After that video in the Discord, we had a look at the stats, and this particular parameter seemed to be out of line with the others in its category, and that seemed off to us. We had a discussion about it, and it seemed off to us, and so we made a bug report, and the developers confirmed that this is indeed a bug. And so today we're going to do something interesting. I'll do a good old run of Irongate Castle, just like the old times. And the loadout we're going to use is going to look just a little something like this. You know, nothing too crazy. I don't want to influence the weapon too much. These are the beads that I'm going to be running with. Again, not trying to influence the gun too much here. Katsu made me a mod, very generously, that changes this stat to be in line with the others. And so we're going to be trying out the weapon, how it will be in the next patch early, and seeing if it's any better, or if that damage potential that it had is actually worthwhile, right? So let's just get started, I suppose. We'll do Irongate Castle, we'll see what the weapon range is like when it actually scales with your player stat. And just to show you, my player stats are maxed out, so we'll get a 33.3% weapon range increase, and you'll see that's a lot. Alright, let's hit this camp here. I haven't done a warm-up, so bear with me here. Ooh, I'm a little chilly. So you can see already, it's absolutely transformed the weapon. You know, no longer do you have no confidence using the thing, you know? You actually feel like you can play to the environment a little bit more. You don't have to come out of it so aggressively and commit to an unfavourable position so much, you know? Careful, cut. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. Yeah, it's so much better when it actually scales with the range. Because before, you weren't getting that. With every starter class that you pick, you always get some baseline stats, and when they don't scale with it, which I'm pretty sure is what was happening with it, with that stat, you're really suffering. Oh. Oh, range boost on top of that? Let's play with it a little bit without, just to get more of an idea of the thing on its own. And then maybe we'll give that a bash. Let's take on the camps outside. I mean, even on that high, that executioner there, it's crazy. Oh, infinite stamina. Oh, okay. Yeah, the thing feels really good, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's completely changed my perspective on the weapon, that's for sure. It's actually something I like now. One thing I noticed immediately about this weapon when I first used it was, despite the range, it did have tremendous power. But yeah, I mean, it's all very well having a lot of power if you've got to sacrifice so much for it, you know? Oh! Noticed that one just in time. Is there another warrior priest there? No. Let me grab this. Oh. I wanted to grab this. Excuse me? That seems like a you problem, bro. I mean, I don't exactly know what you want me to say. Maybe because I'm not using a second weapon. Maybe it was one to do with swapping, but I can't swap. Could try a range boost. There's another warrior priest, bro. Yeah, there is. Damn. Hey, the thing's got damage, man. Should we do die matcher? Hello, old friend. Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah, come up this way. Not exactly a DPS powerhouse, but... or at least... I should really be careful. I've still got the 1.5 times enemy damage mod on. Oh, poor aim. My hands are fucking cold, bro. Excuse me. A bit tanky, but alright, and I think that'll be it. Yeah, just a shorter video today. Just wanted to showcase how this weapon will be in the future and give my thoughts on it, essentially. How it is, or I guess how it maybe was intended to be. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's very powerful. I mean, you saw there, it got the work done, you know? It can stand with the best of them. It does insane amounts of damage, and you can play to the environment a lot more now. You don't have to play so highly committed, and especially nowadays with all the new systems and some of the reworks to some of the fundamental mechanics of the game, particularly like stats 2.0 and or whatever kind of events, you usually have to play more aggressively as it is, and so having a weapon that gives you some options, it's nice. To be honest, I don't even think it's particularly overpowered or anything. I actually think it's perfectly in line with the rest of the SMGs. And I mentioned that it reminds me of the Rotweaver in a way. I'd say the Rotweaver probably has better effective range because the decay ticks are working in your favour. You know, you can take something like Painted Tooth with the Rotweaver and just snipe heads from however far you want it to be, and a lot of enemies will die to that decay and that fire just from one bullet. Like, you can make a Rotweaver sniper build out of the Painted Tooth. However, I feel like within its range, the Fatum probably comes out on top, particularly if you've got a good set of rolls. I mean, I don't really focus too much on the gamble mechanic. You don't really have to think about it so much, it just kind of works in your favour. It's actually quite a tame weapon compared to the rest of the weapons in the game. Like, a lot of them have some kind of unique mechanic to them, but this one is, I'd say, a lot more traditionally designed. But yeah, it's a solid weapon. I think it's great. But yeah, I think it was an interesting showcase nonetheless. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. I'll see you, I don't know, in the next video, whatever that may be. Goodbye.